weekend is already here,
Is
Sean,
it?
and I think even though the weekend's here, we're already ready for 4th of July. We're getting excited for it. What's our weather going to be like?
Yeah, beautiful. It should be all right. You know, very normal for this time of year. We do have the onshore flow, of course. It's out there, but not that bad. The fog has been pretty much at bay the last several days. Really not a deep June gloom type of pattern. We're still likely to see some fog over the next couple of days, but it looks like Mother Nature is keeping things pretty clear. There's a lovely shot of Santa Ynez. Again, the only thing disturbing there, of course, are those gas prices. Otherwise, just a blue sky and beautiful weather. Right now, looking at a couple of areas. Unfortunately, well, I didn't know this was going to happen. Otherwise, I would not have used this map. It looks like some of our online temperature gauges have just gone on the blink there. But otherwise, you can kind of get the idea with the other four that are gracing us with their presence. Santa Maria at 67, so a little cool there as the winds are kicking onshore, coming off the ocean, cooling things down. But then look at Ventura. Not a strong marine presence there, and therefore you're just not getting a whole lot of wind. So good news there. Winds are not that strong, but they are still fairly stiff along the central coast, and then they definitely lack off as you head a little bit farther south in and around, say, come south of Santa Barbara. Things start to really quiet down. There's the fog tracker, a great map to look at how that marine layer will develop overnight. It looks like it's going to really stay at bay for a lot of areas, but although starting to show up in areas around the San Ynez Valley and as you head out toward Lompoc and then down along the county line of Ventura and Santa Barbara, just starting to pop up just a little bit there. And as we put it into motion, it'll back off throughout the afternoon, but then we'll likely come back again as we head toward early Monday. And that's really been the flow the last several days. So again, that's what we're expecting, and that's what we're going to go ahead and stick with, is that marine layer sort of poking its head in and out of our forecast. Overnight, a lot of 50s, even a few 60s are possible. It's been rather balmy, especially along the Santa Barbara south coast. We've had some sundowner winds the last several days. It looks like that could happen again tonight, but it shouldn't be too strong. There are no advisories, so that means you might get some breezes out there. And look at the temperatures tomorrow. A big swing, definitely that early summer routine where, look at the beaches, Morro Bay, mid-upper 60s for there, Pismo Beach as well, and back up to beautiful Cambria. Arroyo Grande, it mitigates a little bit towards the low 70s, even pushing those mid 70s, and then looking at Atascadero and 101 along the 101 in Paso Robles, so very hot there. And that again is very typical as our inland areas really roasting up. 93 in Ojai, 81 for Camarillo, and then it backs off as you head closer to the ocean, more into the mid 70s, even upper 60s. Right on the immediate sand is possible as we see just a little bit more of that marine layer. Surf is out there. There's not a whole lot, but we do have a wind swell. It was kicking up around the area today out of the northwest, and there's also some background southern hemisphere energy kicking in the mix as well. And water continues to warm across the area. That is really our ace in the hole, because the marine layer this time of year can be really persistent, but when that temperature in the water starts to go up, if you will, it prohibits the marine layer from really getting a strong bite out of Southern California. So the good news is that if you don't like that, that means basically we start to lose that. So there you go. Santa Barbara, there's your forecast as we head toward the 4th of July weekend. We'll stop on Santa Maria. Same story there. Temperatures not really swinging in any direction. Expecting maybe just a little bit of warmth inland the next couple of days, and then perhaps just a little bit of cooling along the beaches, depending on how much that marine layer kicks in. But again, no real big shocks as we get ready to say adios to June and hello July.
I'm excited.
Which I think is what, Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah, July's almost here, and then
Tuesday.
4th of July, and we have good
Monday.
weather all week long.
Right.
That's great. Thank you,
No worries.
Sean.
Okay.
There are so many great events.